quickly if you need to grab them. And in the Victorian times, the black leather, the dye would come off of the ladies' dresses, little blankets, brown. Then you'd have a nice apron down to your ankles and keep yourself nice and clean. Now to tuck the reins up safely, put a loop underneath the crupper, bring it over, another loop, and another loop, and leave that end. And the idea is, if she starts to move and you're tacking up, you can just do that, and you've got it. Okay, so you know where the rein is and how to get all of it out. Okay, it doesn't matter that it's on that side and you might go around here because your groom's holding the donkey. The groom could then. Everybody knows where the rein is anyway. Right, now we'll put the bridle on. Now this bit's a bit severe for her really, for every day. It won't do any harm with me driving on this because I use my hands correctly. But you do have to have a bit with curb chain on if you're going to go on the road, whatever you're driving. So we're going to have this on for today. I have been driving over the field in a rubber straight mount bit. Right. But we're going to go down the lane because the field's all chilled up, so I don't want to. The thing is with the curb chain is it doesn't come into operation unless you need it, and that one day when that stupid car pulls out in front of you, you can stop. It's really to keep your animals safe. If you use your hands correctly, it doesn't harden the mouth at all. It's all in your hands. But I just think for this particular mare, you might as well have a vulcanite one. So the ear, you push forward, make sure that bulk of muscle goes through. Don't worry about the cartilage on that, it just flips around. She will get offended if you bend that muscle. So pull it over, well over. There we go. Alright, you see? Because this is catching in there. So what I do now is I take these rosettes off and drive a rosetteless. I don't think you'll need to on yours because it's nice and small rosettes, but some of my donkeys just do not like rosettes.
Why would they have those on there then? Is it just extra strength?
It's to make sure the ears don't fall out with the pony bridle. The little ears, if the bridle comes off, you see, you're in real danger, but the bridle's not going to come over the ears of a donkey, so if the rosette comes off. Now the throat lash you do slightly shorter than a riding bridle for the same purpose. You don't want them to choke, but obviously if the bridle does come off, you've had it. If your bridle came off and you're riding, you could at least turn the nose round and do something, but in a carriage you can't do anything, so it goes on a bit tighter. Curb chain, and turn it away from you to get it absolutely flat. No digging in. Now this is very important on a donkey that it comes around the chin groove. If it knocks the chin there, they don't go. They don't tell you, they don't shake their head like a horse or make a fuss, they just don't trot. So it comes round, it's got to be your two fingers, but you can see it fits there nicely, and then should you use it, it comes into action. Now she won't use it because that's if you use your curb, but we won't be driving her on the curb.
You guys are on the ring.
I'll show you about that. This is really important to get it on the video as well, whichever donkey you're driving. Because donkeys have different mouths, you can't put the bit on the most sensitive ring here, okay? Because it pinches. Doesn't do that to a horse. So it has to go on the rough jaw, which is the softest setting for a donkey. Goes under this bar, takes hold of the whole bit. Okay. Now, if she was a very strong stropping donkey, you know, if you were driving one of your miniature stallions one day or something, you might get out on the road and decide, I'm struggling to stop here. Now, to come home, you'd put them on the curb, use the curb chain, use the pull action and get home safely. But with a donkey, if you have to do that, you come back home, put a rubber bit in, long rein it and retrain it. Okay, you shouldn't really be going down here. The only other time to use the curb is if you're driving a pair, and say there's something like her on one side and my really strong mare on the other. When I use my hands, I can't differentiate. So I'd put the mare that was strong on the curb to keep this mare's mouth sweet. Then I'd use my hands appropriately and it would balance out. So that's what the curb's for. Okay. Do you want to have a go putting the other one on? Because until you do it, you can't remember that you can